he's gonna be like flying out of his train like crazy, because he was the train conductor here. He just flew outside, just completely flew outside. It's a disaster. It's a total disaster. He just went through the window. He's gonna fly off. This is a very depressing video. Everyone's gonna die. Hello everybody and welcome back to Tiny Town VR. My name is Twist and today we're gonna be doing some awesome thing. But first, I want to show you something that I just figured out. It took me super long to figure this out. I have no idea why I didn't think of this sooner, but it appears that I am a bit of a dummy. So you know how you actually, I've been just like arranging this area for today's video. You know how you just place one and then just keep pasting it around? Well, what if you just like took the block like this, just made it super big. Take it and then we just stretch it out. Why not? Why didn't I do that sooner? Why didn't I do that? Why did I not? Oh my god, it's so big now. Like I could have literally covered this entire area with just one thing. But the problem is, I just see what the problem is. Yeah, problem is it's like above ground, huh? So it's not level. That is an issue, right, actually. So maybe that's for the best. How do I even make this smaller? Oh my god, I can't even ruin this. It's gone. I also like made my game load a bit. Like I take this and make it super big. I just like make it super big, right? I gotta like place it properly first. There we go. Can we just put it on the same level? Is that no? It keeps snapping. So we would never have it at the same level actually, because it just snaps to a location. Yeah, it would not be ideal. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't do that. All right, let's actually just go to finish this up. Finish the area for today's video. Like in the future, if I make a world, I'm gonna just take one piece of land, just stretch it out super big, that we can just fill it up with other things later on. But this is a revelation to me. Okay, so I think this is probably enough room for today's video. Today I'm gonna be doing some more train stuff because you guys really love trains and I love them as well. So first things first, I am gonna just go take out some tracks. These are just small tracks. We have bigger tracks. What are the biggest tracks we have? These are at an angle, so these are all the tracks we have, huh? I thought we had smaller and bigger tracks. Maybe that's just in Trainer VR, which is another VR train game. But I was sure we had 2 tracks here. That's okay. So maybe I actually want to do like a track split first. I'm actually super zoomed out. Probably like zoom in a bit to make it a bit easier for me to manage things around. So do we have alignment? We do have alignment. That's good. Maybe it's not good because this doesn't seem to align properly. Because this is not on the same grid, right? That seems okay. So it's not ideal, but it's gonna work out. So I want to actually have like a split outside the tunnel, and then we can use the diagonal track over here. The problem is like this never fits perfectly. That's always been kind of annoying to me. Okay, I just undo that because there's like no way to properly connect these things unless you do some tricky things. So what if we add one of these things as well? Yeah, that looks so okay. That allows us for double tracks. There's not much point in having both of those. I think it looks fairly cool. So we're gonna actually be doing this. I'm gonna add another one of these as well, even though I know it makes literally 0 sense. Let's add one over here. Actually, rotating doesn't matter at all because it's literally the same thing every single time. So we're gonna have this, which is a hell of a track here. And can we actually make it even wider? We cannot, but this is the only double track that we have. Oh, we have another crossing as well. I do maybe want to utilize that at one point. So over here we have a slight problem with the trains. They made a problem. This is a track curve. This is a big one, right? This is the small one. This is the smallest one. Yeah, so we have multiple curve sizes, but only one of these. That's okay. So I'm gonna actually just place a curve over here. Just zoom in a little bit like this. Place a curve like this. No, don't do that. Just do it like this and then get another one. They're super big. Get one over here. And can we just align them somehow? Let's see. Like this? Can we just do this? We can, but they merge into one track, which might not be awful. That actually might be good for us. What if we try giving this a go over here? It actually looks kind of okay, I have to say. Yeah, I do like it. But now since they are like merging over here, like what's even the point of that? I have no idea. We're gonna add another big curve. It goes to the other direction as well. So that's, again, I don't really know how train tracks work. I'm just placing them in a way that looks fairly cool. I think this is gonna look okay as well. So you have like in choose a direction, you can move along the tracks here if you want. You can move in both directions. Not really though. You can move like a lot. You can move a lot here. It's a thing, at least. It's a thing that kind of works for us. And do we want to have another one that goes in that direction as well? I don't really know. I don't think it's really that necessary at all. And what if we had like a crossing somewhere? There's no need for a crossing though. What is this? This is a track crossing for cars. We don't care about it. All right, let's actually just make this track a bit longer now. So this is gonna be the scene of the crime, if you will. So just gonna like fully fill this into the end. Alrighty, so I made the most convoluted piece of track ever made, which is of course a great place for a total disaster. Just want to add like one, well, not this thing. I want to add like one more little bit. Just give me this. I want to add like these things. Thankfully these things can clip, which makes my job a lot easier. Just get like over here and also just place a few of them. And like zoom out to make it a bit easier. Place a few of them like over here on this path. And now it's a total disaster. Yeah, I have no idea how someone could like be over here and expect this not to be a total disaster. Like, this makes no sense. You can go anywhere, which is perfect for us because we can have an awesome train crash, which is going to be the theme of today's episode, as you probably already know, judging from the thumbnail and from the name of the video. So we're going to make an awesome train crash. A disaster, a total disaster. I love it. So we need different trains, right? Let's actually use one bullet train. So these trains were supposed to like get, I don't know what they were supposed to do, but they didn't do it properly. It doesn't really matter what they were supposed to do. Oh, train! I lost a train. It fell down. Let's go out, zoom out. It's been a while since I played Tiny Town. It's kind of a shame because I love this game. Probably one of my favorite VR games, if not the favorite. So like both of these guys, they were on the same track. Now how do I actually align them on the tracks properly? Is that good enough? That seems like it's a little bit too low. No? So if we could only like figure out a way to place these things a little bit higher. Yeah, this definitely is a bit too low. So we gotta find a way to place them a bit higher. But it's gonna be probably a little bit tricky. So let's go for like a tiny grid. It's gonna allow us to like put them up a little bit. That seems about the same, honestly. So I think I must not let them snap, you know? What if we go for like 2 snaps? There we go. Alright, awesome. Yeah, because I was just snapping stuff to the ground, which I don't actually need over here. I'm gonna have a train over here. Gonna move it a little bit to the front, right? So I need another train as well. So they actually are gonna totally collapse. It's gonna be a total disaster. It's gonna be amazing. Let's actually get this freight car, this old-timey freight car. Do we have any other colors for the bullet train? It seems to be the only color. We have 2 freight cars. Don't really want that. Let's go for like not the green one, maybe like the red one, because red ones are always faster. Maybe let's go for a blue one, right? That's a nice color. So I'm actually gonna put you over here. So you actually crashed. We will get to the crash, don't worry. I just want to place them over here. And I'm gonna just turn off snapping for a sec. So now that we got them in place, can I actually just make sure they're not in place at all anymore. So these guys have crashed, which is great. This is a very dangerous video. Don't do this in real life. Don't crash a train in real life. That seems like an awful idea. And actually, things are now gonna be flying away. So just wanna get a few things over here that are just flying away. Let's actually have, like, this is gonna be mostly a passenger train. Oh, there are different colors here. They're just not in the same. Oh, that's kind of weird. We have 2 bullet trains here, and one is like the black ship over there. It's kind of weird. Not gonna complain though. Let's actually get a few different colored wagons. So this one just popped off like mad. It's gonna be crashing like crazy. Let's get another one as well over here. What is this guy doing? I have no idea. How does it even work? I have no idea. But they're like crashing over here. Then we're gonna have a few wagons again. Let's just alternate the colors. And these ones are basically more or less still on the track, even though they're like a little bit bumpy. But the further back we go, the more properly aligned they're on the track, as the chain reaction hasn't reached them yet. So these guys are basically like not affected at all yet. It's gonna take a few seconds of in-game time for them to do anything. They did pop out of the tracks a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. It's okay. It's a very long train. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what their plan was over here, and how are they supposed to do anything? I have no idea. So we have one train over there, which I like quite a bit. Let's get another one over here as well. So this train was a freight train. Oh, I have an awesome idea. So we're gonna have, okay, let's not, we're gonna use this. I'm gonna use this as well. And I think we have like these objects but separate, so we can make them look like they're flying off, which is gonna be awesome. Let's actually get, do we have like this thing but without any cargo? That'd be awesome. Like a flat car, but I'm gonna actually get this car. I'm gonna add some stuff on my own without any problems. Also have like some of these. You also have some dirt, because why not? That's all in a day's work. And also some fuel. Okay, that's gonna be a lot of things here. So what's first? First is probably fuel, because that's the most dangerous one. I want it to be as close to the center of impact as possible. We can make it explode. Oh my god, yes. We can make this thing explode. I wish we could like split it in half. That would be so cool. After that, we actually want to have these last. I'm gonna want to have like these things that are completely like just popping off like crazy. What's even happening here? Nobody knows. Then we have this thing in the back just flying off. We have a normal cargo train, and then we have then we have this one all the way in the back. That seems like a pretty big train crash. All right, now let's add some cargo. If you go to our town menu under, go to like objects, there are some, no, under maritime, yeah, under maritime, there are some cargo objects that we could use. Yeah, this is what I was looking for, the lumber. Unfortunately, we only seem to have 3 in the same slot. And they're actually super tiny. They're not the same size, actually. Do we have bigger ones? They're all the same size. We just make this bigger. Can we just enlarge it? We can, but then they're too big. I wish we had, like, single ones. That would be so good for me. Maybe there are under town, because there are some objects like that in town, for like maybe under construction though. No, it doesn't seem so. Airport, probably not. Racetrack, just want to give it a quick look around here. What about farm? There could be some wood and stuff like that in farm. Apparently not, huh? There's some metal things, but nothing I really need, to be perfectly frank. Alright, do we have anything under town that we could use as like debris? Like this is our road divider, we don't need that. We have some cargo as well. Okay, what's gonna be in this track? So this one we're gonna fill ourselves. What are we gonna make? What if we put like a massive can of soda? This is so tiny. Can't even grab it to extend it. There we go. This makes no sense. It doesn't look like a soda can anymore. Oh my god. Oh, that's so many. We can actually make a cool staircase with this. Yeah, it's like soda popping off everywhere over here. Just like flying. Oh, okay, don't change the size of that one. It's just soda flying off everywhere. Why do we have... You know what? I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. Because I don't want to have... Yeah, just make them a bit smaller, a bit more manageable, you know? That's not what I had in mind. It's too many of them. Just like get a bunch of them. Just get them over here. I'm sure they seem like they're flying away, yeah? There we go. So there was like a bunch of soda here. It's mostly all popping off now. Why did they transport soda on the track like that? No one knows. It doesn't really matter. Don't ask questions. Makes sense. It makes total sense, you know? It totally does. Okay, so these are all like flying away like crazy. And you also want to make them... do I want to have anything else? Like maybe pizza? I don't want to have massive pizza. That makes no sense. Who has massive pizza? We have donuts as well. But you already have so many of these things. Cookies? Can we store cookies in here? Can we actually have massive cookies in this thing? We totally do that actually. Just make this look like they're filled with cookies. Like that. So let's actually make this... I think this is a good size. Let's get a bunch of them. Like this. They look so delicious. Just like store them over here. So these are cookie carts. They're carrying chocolate chip cookies. This is not dirt. These are actually totally cookies. I'm gonna get a bunch of them over here. Maybe I made them smaller. But they are carrying massive cookies. Because why not? My world makes sense, goddammit. Alright, we have the massive cookie carts. Also, I actually want to get a few of them just flying out. So let's actually get a few of those just like causing massive problems for us. So they're gonna just be flying everywhere. Because it's a collision course. There we go, they're flying away. That looks awesome. Doesn't make much sense. I also want to maybe like move them to the side a bit. Because all of them are facing down right now, which makes not that much sense. There we go, that's much better, right? I do think this is great. That looks awesome. I love it. I love the shadows in this game. It looks so nifty. Alright, let's actually go get, since this is a soda, You get a piano, which is from the workshop, by the way. You can download this model on the workshop. I don't know who made it. I think it was actually the developer, but it might be someone else, because I think the developer made 3 of these workshop items. Alright, so this is soda, right? So we need to get some, like, let's just go zoom in here. So this, if this is Coke, I'm gonna use like dark balls. Yes, I said it. And I'm gonna use like brown as well, and white. Like, does that look like? That looks like nothing. Maybe not without these guys. Maybe like gray. No, it's not gray. What are you talking about? That's just nonsense. It's okay. I'm just gonna like make these a bit smaller. Just get them like over here. Do the same thing that I did with the exhaust fumes on the rockets back then. Just get a bunch of these, and I think I actually want to have whites, right? That makes sense, I think. So just like a few of these around here, and just make them like fizz, right? I want to have the white balls be very, very small. It's kind of tricky to make them small when they're so tiny already. It would be easier if I zoomed in, of course, but I can't zoom in anymore. This is like as far as it goes. So like, this doesn't really look like Coke. I think it's like supposed to have more brown, maybe. This looks a little bit like coal, too much. It's a bit too dark, I think. So I will add a few browns. Don't you worry. This. Just stitch these and add a few of these. Let's make them small so I don't have to make them all smaller. Number one, just like you get a few of these balls. Like popping. So this is Coke just popping off. Because why not? They look like little poop balls. But they're not. Maybe they are. Who knows what they put in Coke in this world. Alright. That doesn't look like soda popping out, but I don't really care because I don't know how to make it better. Alright, what else do we have? Whoa, we were gonna make an explosion, right? Alright, so we actually want to have... No, don't fly away. So I want to actually have these 3 spheres for the explosion. Maybe a little bit of yellow as well. Yeah, it looks like a good explosion color. So why don't I just maybe make them a bit smaller first? There we go. And just want to get a few of them. Just like get a few of these as well. A few of these and a few of these. So we want to just get like a variety of these colors. Make it look like this thing is just blowing up like crazy. I can make more of these red ones. Yeah, that's a lot of red. I love it. There we go. Let's get a bunch of these. Might be a bit overkill. I think this is more than enough for now. Get more of these yellows. Again, I should probably make them smaller, but they're so hard because my controllers are actually, when I'm doing this, they're actually hitting one another, so I can't actually go any smaller. Making them bigger is no problem, but making them smaller, whoa, it's so holy cannoli. This is like the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, but it actually makes it super easy to make go small if you just make them big first, right? Yeah, that's much easier, but I don't want to have them that small. Doesn't make much sense. But yeah, making them like bigger than smaller is the way. I know the way, guys. I know the way. I showed you the way. Alright, it looks pretty okay. Looks a little bit like toxic fungus, but I think it's obvious that it's an explosion just happening right now. I could maybe make it a bit bigger, but I think this is fairly small because it just started. It's just blowing up. It's gonna actually blow up everything over here. All the cookies are gonna be overbaked. All the soda is gonna just fizzle out. And it's gonna be a catastrophe. So, this is a train with just a few people. So we actually do need some people. Let's go to our railroad section. Let's take a look at the people that we have on offer here. That sounds very ominous. Okay, there's no people on the railroad, so I actually have to use some over here. So who is the train driver? Maybe get some guys from space. I think I kind of like the idea of having these flight attendant pilot. I like those a lot. There's like this awesome dude as well. Where was he? This dude. Alright, but I do want to have... Oh, that's like a proper captain. I do like the idea of having this seafaring captain over here on the train. Alright, so what happened here? He's actually... I can make him big. Whoa. Don't want to do that. I'm just going to actually destroy him first. Take a new one. Just go over here, and he's going to be like flying out of his train like crazy. Because he was the train conductor here. He just flew outside. Just completely flew outside. It's a disaster. It's a total disaster. He just went through the window. He's gonna fly off. This is a very depressing video. Everyone's gonna die because even if they survive the fall, this thing's gonna blow up. It's dangerous. And then what's worse? That guy's gonna be fine because this is a crossing. That's okay. Yeah, who did this? I have no idea. By the way, if you haven't seen Tiny Town before, this is your first Tiny Town video. We made a lot of things. We have like a few videos on this racetrack. We have a few videos with the superheroes of VR City. Look at this dude, he's so awesome. That's one of our superheroes, the robot. We have several superheroes here protecting the world. There's some special crime scenes over here on the build side. This game has so much stuff. I know the map is like very, very empty right now, but I'll deal with it. I'll fill it up one day. Yeah, but it's actually not that empty. Just needs content, you know. It just needs to get filled in with grass, and we need to build some things that are gonna be cool. Also have an awesome train heist over here. This is a really cool one. I like this one a lot. You guys are robbing the train, and yeah, I like making scenes in this game. To make like so much stuff. There's no limit on how many things you can have in one map. So I like just building a world that's very dense and whatnot. Alright, let's continue on with this. So we need another driver for the other train, right? So I think we could use... Who could be driving the other train? I wish we had more characters. Like, there's so many characters, but a lot of them are just caricatures. For example, like the Lucha. I mean, they're fine, but can't really use them as a train conductor. They have limited uses. That sounds kind of wrong, but you know what I mean. So we're gonna be the train conductor here. Who looks like a train conductor? No one really looks like a train conductor, really. Have a firefighter. We should do like a firefighting scene. Yeah, like a building on fire, because we can make fire now. That would be awesome. Alright, so who will we have as our train conductor? There's not that many choices here, to be perfectly frank. Maybe someone from the airport section would be fine. Let's actually have this lady be the train driver. So it's not her fault. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know whose fault it is. No one knows. So she's actually gonna just fly off here out of the train. How do we make it look like the glass is broken, actually? That's a bit tricky, you know? So let's go down here on the objects. We want to make it look like shattered glass, right? What if we use... This glass is pretty dark. What if we use cubes here, huh? Let's make it big and then super small. If you use like a bunch of cubes here. It looks like this is broken. Like this. Make sure there's like room in the middle. That looks okay, although it looks a little bit like marshmallows. So I'm gonna add a few of these gray ones as well. Just get placed everywhere gray. Still placed, there you go. Some gray ones as well. That's gonna look pretty darn nifty, I think. Awesome stuff. Yeah, it looks much better. So it does kind of look like the glass is broken. Maybe I'm more closer to the glass here. Actually touching it in some places. Like that. That looks pretty darn badass. I like it quite a lot. There we go. I just want to like maybe move you over here as well. So you're actually flying over here, flying over here. Don't make it too far away. So you're actually just flying out as well. And so this is a passenger train. We're gonna have a lot of passengers just flying out. I know this is such a mean video, man. Everyone's gonna die. I don't know why I'm doing this. It wasn't my intention, but originally I was gonna have like no accidents at all, just a big train crash. But it's too tempting. You have a rifle. You do not have a rifle. That's good to know. So we're gonna have the reporter who's gonna be reporting on the scene of the crime immediately. What we're gonna do with him? He's gonna fly out of like this thing. And he's gonna actually be like sitting cross-legged in the air. Like this. It looks kind of like okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. And he's right-handed, so he's gonna actually be like writing a report immediately. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Sorry, I don't want to multiply, my friend. That could be useful in some world. So you're right-handed, you're gonna be holding the paper with your hand, you're gonna be writing over here. Do we actually have like a pencil thing? Do we have a pencil at all as an item? I'm not really sure. We have a camera, I know that for sure. But I think the pencil might be too small, so we may have to improvise with something different. So let's find you a piece of paper, like a book. We do have books and tablets, stuff like that. Could be writing on a tablet. Maybe on a laptop would be best. But no, okay, we have the newspaper. We can use that. And we could use the lumber as a pen, right? one's really gonna notice, except you guys, because I told you, but shh, don't tell anyone. Alright, I like this a lot. So we're gonna actually use the piece of corn as a pen. Yeah, I like that better. That's much dumber. I like it. Alright, so he's right-handed, so he's gonna actually be like flying out of here. I'm gonna move him a little bit to the side like this. Like here he has the notepad in his hand. We wish we could like merge models together. That'd be so cool. This is a bit too big. Do we have something that's a bit smaller that could work as a... That's much better. If we had like a notepad that's just like tiny, that would be ideal. Like maybe the grave. Oh god, okay, we don't need graves yet, they're still alive. Oh, I was looking for this actually, right? Nah, they're not ideal. It's okay, can we use this? No, it's wrong from the back side. Something that's a little bit flatter, maybe. Could use a pool, but that makes literally no sense. I'm gonna use a litter, I think. Let's take the litter. Again, it's super teensy tiny. Oh, but it's only visible from one side. Ooh. Yeah, I hate that. I'm gonna just use the book, honestly. I think we have a better option here. I always wanna... maybe I can make him write on the tablet, you know? That seems just silly. Okay, let's make him write in the book. He's gonna be flying out, he's gonna be writing stuff immediately down, because he is a good journalist who never stops working. He's obsessed with his job. So he's actually writing a report on this train crash right now. No, it's complete nonsense, but that's what he does. I mean, I can't stop him. Let's add a few more people. So let's just get a bunch of them over here. Go to people. So what do we have? We have a whole squadron of clowns just flying out of here, right? So we have 3 different clowns that just flew out of the same thing. They were hanging out over here. Oh, I have an awesome idea. It's gonna be so good. Hold on. Let's get a car. Let's get like a tiny car. Which one do we want to use? I want to do that thing with the clown car, you know? This looks... I'm gonna use this normal car. Oh, this one, right? Yeah, one of these. Let's use the bright green one. But actually get the car. I'm gonna make it super tiny. And they're just getting out of the car, because you know how clowns always have tiny cars? Like in cartoons and stuff like that. They're all still getting out of their car. I know it makes no sense. It doesn't look good at all, because I have to explain to you what's going on, because no one's gonna understand. You're gonna be like, weird, I'm flying out, I'm a clown. This is their car, they're coming. I wish I could like just place arrows pointing out of this. This guy's gonna be like, whoa, I'm flying away. Whoa. Make it like this. Whoa, clown trio is flying out. That's awesome. We did not have their tiny car in Tiny Town as well. What else do we have? We need more people. Right. Let's find some cool characters that we can use. So maybe some characters that I haven't used before, because maybe like have like a team of students. Right. Make them fly out of here, out of the green one. So we have a bunch of students here. Let's actually make sure we have one of each. So 1, 2, 3. Also some schoolgirls. Why not? They're hanging out, having a big naughty party on the train, but not for long. That seems good. Seems good. I like that a lot. All right, let's just make sure you are flying like crazy. Oh, we have a problem with the skirts, right? Because they look really weird when we rotate them. Can we just undo this? Yeah, thank you. Don't even touch their skirts that much. They're gonna just look weird. You're gonna be like panicking. Oh no! Oh no, I'm flying out of the car. Oh god. Oh boy. Just like that. We're all flying out like crazy. It's a big train crash, guys. I love it. What's wrong with your legs? I have no idea. You're all flying out. Again, why they're flying out of the train? Because I said so. There's no real reason for it, honestly. I'm gonna be like, oh, can I like flip your head around all the way? You really can't. That's okay. This and one more person over here. I can flip your head mostly around like this. So they're all falling out of this train. And I'm putting them on the same side. I should probably put them on the other side, but this is the shadowy side, so it's not as visible for now. And these guys haven't been affected yet, so it's okay. And maybe we want to have like someone rescuing them, but I don't think they need to be rescued at all. Do we have like an empty thing here? No, we fill them all in with various things and objects. I like it. Or also I just ditch this, because I don't need this anymore. I think that's perfectly fine. Alright, I think that is about it for this video. We did a very cool train crash. We can do some more things. I want to do maybe something with planes. I haven't done anything with planes in a while. I still haven't finished my airport properly because I had some Steam VR issues, so I got a little bit sick with my game started crashing and stuff like that, so it was problematic, but now it's all mighty fine. But yeah, I'm gonna just end this one here. If you guys have any suggestions and ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments. Check out some more Tiny Town videos, and of course, leave a like to show your support. It helps out a great deal, more than you can even imagine. Yeah, once again, thank you all very much for watching. My name's been Twisted from HTC Games, and I will see you next time.